Okay, I think we drew enough boxes and moved the boxes around. Let's get serious now and do real math. All right. So we were saying we are not going to look at it as picking three numbers out of this because we could accidentally pick two numbers that are next to each other. So instead, we are going to think as we are inserting these boxes between gaps, and we will not insert into the same gap again. So when we insert the first box into these gaps, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 choices. So we did have 8 choices. When you take the second box and put them in, you have one less choice because one was taken up by this one, and you cannot go to the adjacent slot because you cannot have two consecutive integers. And then when you put the third one, of course you got to avoid the first two, so you got 6. And then those 3 could swap their places and nobody would notice, so it was a combination. So it was this. In other words, it was a combination. Okay. But this is no consolation. I mean, this is no triumph because the problem had 15 elements, not 10. And we don't even know how many subset elements we are going to pick. So we need to generalize this. We got to make this work for all cases. So let's be very general. We have how many elements? N elements. Okay, and we are going to pick how many? A subset of how many elements? How about K? This is the mother of all subsets, right? Okay, now let's see how we can turn into this shape. Well, it's got to be the same shape, right? So shall we? We are picking how many? K. So this is the number of the subset elements we are picking, right? So it's K here. How did we get this 8 business? Oh, it was 1 more than 7. So it was 1 more. Let me have some space. So it was 1 more than 7. But how did we get the 7? Oh, the whole thing was 10. I took away 3, so there were 7 left. Oh, so from the whole thing, I took away the subset numbers. That's how I get 7. And add 1, I got 8. Before we know it, we derived the formula for having number of subsets when you had n elements to start with, and you are picking subsets of k elements that do not have any two consecutive integers. So right before our eyes, here's this illustrious formula that tells the answer to condition 1.